Hey YouTubers, Starfire here. So, it's Saturday, almost 11 o'clock at night, and I'm finally getting around to doing a Supernatural review. I meant to do it on Thursday night, I really did, but there was a lot going on that night, and I just had like an assignment that I had to get done, and I had to help with other things, and I just wasn't able to get it done. I mean, I wasn't able to watch it that night. I actually had to like skip it because I was busy. So, and last night was my dad's birthday, so I wasn't able to watch it yesterday either. So I finally watched it today, or tonight, I should say. Yeah. Okay, so it's season 12, episode 11, called Regarding Dean. This was actually kind of one of those more fun episodes. It kind of reminded me of like Yellow Fever in season 4. And like I think there was in season 5, wasn't there another episode where Dean like lost his memory or something, or was acting like really weird and different? I'm sure there was. I mean, there's 12 seasons worth, so. But anyway, it kind of like reminded me a little bit of that, because just the way that he was acting and like how he forgot stuff. I mean, it was sad that he had forgotten things, especially like his relationships with Dean and with Sam, and who he was, like who his his name and stuff like that, and he had to keep trying to remind himself about those things, and so that was sad. And at the end when he said, like not having all that baggage, yeah, that would be nice, I guess, but he's like, forgetting everything, like who we were and what we do, and he's like, all of that, he's like, if that's what it takes to be happy, then I'll pass. And it's like, I guess it just depends on how you look at like happiness and that type of stuff. I mean, it's good. You really don't know true happiness unless you've experienced true pain, because everything is a balance, and you have to have one to have the other. You can't just have one or the other. And so, I think that that's an interesting way of looking at it. And I kind of agree, and it sucks. And a lot of times happiness comes from within. So I mean, you just have to feel happy. You have to know what happiness is for you. It's not going to be the same for every person. But it's not something that you chase after. It's something that you discover inside within you. You can call it what you want. You can call it a mood. You can call it a peace of mind, but it's not something that you have to attain. It's something that you feel. It's something that, it's what's around you. It's, like an aesthetic. Aesthetics make you happy. Aesthetics make you feel good. And so I think that, yeah, it just depends on people's perspectives, I guess. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. So yeah, these witches Dean had gotten cursed, and the curse caused him to lose his memory. And so Sam called on Rowena to come and help and try to, break the curse. And it turned out that there were these other witches that were involved, and they were trying to like swap souls and all this stuff. And so unless they could stop this spell, Dean would die. And so yeah, I did like the conversation that Rowena had with Dean about like, that she's done some terrible things, and she said, but like when she saw God and his sister and all of that, and she's like, if they were having all these issues, how would I ever be able to be happy? But it turned out good for them, and they ended up, reconciling and having happiness. So like I was saying, I mean, I think that, and she didn't want Dean to remember that conversation, but I'm sure he secretly remembers it. I don't think he forgot everything about, when he was cursed. Because I liked how they had that ending montage where they played that classic rock song, and they showed him on the bowl, and they showed him watching Scooby-Doo, and all of these things. And he was being like a kid at heart again. He was actually he was happy. And, not having all of that baggage and having all that bad stuff connected with it and not remembering that stuff can be a blessing and a curse because, like I said, you have to have experienced sadness and pain in order to experience full, true happiness. And, Dean has been happy. There have been times where he has been happy. I think that it just gets overlooked because of so much pain and so much of the bad stuff. But I believe there was a time where he was happy. And yeah. So, I mean, I liked a lot of the humor in this one. I thought that it was, kind of one of those classic episodes where, regarding Dean, it's dealing with something that he's going through and, he doesn't remember stuff, but they're trying to help him and they're telling him these stories about his life and the things that he has done. And, Rowena being like, oh yeah, you're a killer. And he's like, what? I kill people? And it's like, yeah, but you do it for the greater good. And he's like, yeah, but that still doesn't make it right. It's like, okay, but what you're doing is not nearly as bad as what Rowena has done. So he's experienced bad things, but he hasn't necessarily done bad things. So yeah. But anyway, I think it was good. And I liked how it mostly just focused on Dean and Sam. And yeah, there was another story going on because it was connected to the curse that Dean had gotten put on him. I'll put a spell on you. But anyway, so I mean, it just it was a very simple episode, I guess, if you want to put it like that. There was action, there was stuff going on, but like to me, it was just kind of one of those like basic, kind of back to basics supernatural episodes. And I know I've said this in previous reviews, but I feel like a lot of the episodes this season are kind of going back to that. And they even said for this season that they were going to do that. They even said, they were kind of going to have a back to basics thing going on. And so, like, I think that that's shown itself so far in the season. And hopefully we'll get more of that because I think when they do that, it actually makes for better episodes. But that's just my opinion. So, let's see. So for me, I don't know. It's just, I feel like I can't talk about this episode without talking about what I was talking about, which is like the whole happiness aspect. And I mean, I guess it just depends on what you think. Like, what do you guys think happiness is? Do you think that it's like a mood? Do you think it's a state of mind? Do you agree with what Dean said in that case? Like, I mean, and you really can't have one without the other. You can't experience true happiness if you haven't experienced true sorrow. And I mean, there are going to be things in life that are going to make you happy, but you don't need, like that whole, you don't need somebody to make you happy. You should just be happy already. And then when you're with somebody, that's just a bonus. And that's true. Because if you're not happy with yourself, you're just going to bring the other person down and you're not going to be happy. And they're not, it's not going to be a good relationship. So, I think that, things around us can make us happy. Sunsets, flowers, beauty, like, road trips, reading, books, like music, whatever. There's a lot of things that are aesthetics to us and can make us feel good. But, you can't know what happiness is if you haven't experienced sadness. And it sucks, and I hate to say that, but it's true. I mean, until you've known real pain and heartbreak, you won't know what happiness is. You won't know what it actually feels like when you're happy if you haven't experienced that. So, anyway, I feel like I'm just repeating myself over and over again. But I don't know. I guess a lot of it is I'm kind of trying to like tell myself this stuff because I'm really not feeling that happy right now. But it's a lot of reasons. It's a lot of things that are going on. So, but that's not for this video. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm trying to be happy. So, yeah. So, I liked the episode. It had that kind of subtle humor to it that I enjoyed. I like when, Dean goes through these things like this and he just kind of brings out that funny side of the character. And Jensen is so good at doing that. And it's just really fun to watch. So I liked seeing that again. It was nice. What did you guys think? Did you guys enjoy it as well? What were some of your thoughts? I would love to hear them. I still will get that video up, I promise. The one about, the top 10 reasons why I like Dean. I will definitely do that. I have it, on my mind. I will definitely get it done, but it's not going to happen during the week because I'm so busy with school and with like my work study job that I'm doing through the school. And so the only time that I'm really going to have to do things like this is on the weekends. So my goal is to do it next weekend. I'm not making any promises, but I will try to get it done. I will start writing down the reasons. I mean, I was thinking of them after I read your comment and you told me that would be a good idea, but I haven't actually written them down, which I need to do. So yeah, I will work on trying to get that done as soon as possible. I know it's been a while and I'm sorry about that. So yeah, you guys know about the whole 50 subscriber thing. You know that the deadline is next Friday, which I might actually extend because if the same thing if the same thing happens that's been happening, which is me not watching the Supernatural episodes until like Friday or Saturday, depending on how busy I am, I might not actually get to do the review until a few days later. And I think we said the deadline was going to be the 17th, which is next Friday. So I might actually say Saturday at 5 p.m. Pacific time, just because that gives me time and that gives you guys a little bit more time, like another day, if you still need to send some stuff in. I have gotten some ideas from some people, so we'll probably just do those. But if you guys have anything else that you would be interested in us doing, whether it's a song cover, it can be a song cover of anything, a Disney song, a show tune, like whatever. I mean, we've done 2 covers on our channel. I don't know if you guys have watched them. We did one for Wicked and we did one for the Carry On My Wayward Son from the 200th episode of Supernatural that they did, that was like the slowed down version of it that girl sang when they did that play. So we did those 2. And so if there's any others that you would like to see us do, because I mean, song covers are always fun and there's something different. I mean, we have done a few of them, but they're not something that we make a regular habit of doing on our channel. So if you would like to see more of that, we would be happy to do those. We could do them on our own or separate or together. It doesn't matter. It would be more fun if we did them together, I think, but I wouldn't mind doing some on my own. I probably will actually do a few on my own if it comes to that. So yeah. Also, if you would like to see us talk about specific shows that we don't normally talk about, or even just some movies, like if you would like to see us do reviews on like a particular genre of movies or something like that, we could do that. I'm actually throwing these ideas out there for you guys so that if there's anything from those ideas that you are interested in us doing, then you can say what they are, because yeah. One of the ideas that I was given was to like do season videos about Friends, because I've seen all of Friends, and then just do like a video that is just the top like classic episodes and then my favorite episodes. So that's something that I might consider doing, just because it's a show that I really love and I would have a lot to talk about. So yeah. But anyway, really, if there's anything else that you would like to see from the things that I suggested, please let us know. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on those. Otherwise, thank you for getting us to 50 subscribers and commenting and watching and, you know, liking and all those great things that you do for our channel and our videos. We really appreciate it, and I try to keep these videos as short as possible because I know that they usually tend to get really long. So I hope that you enjoy watching them for however long you actually sit and watch them, because I don't know if you technically keep them on the whole time or if you just watch a little bit of it and then I don't know. But thank you for whatever. If you leave it on in the background and just listen to what we have to say and don't watch us, that's perfectly fine too, because that gives us a view. So yeah. Anyway, so the episode was good. I'd love to know your thoughts. And yeah, just give us those suggestions if you have any. I always put the Twitter on there, and I've been posting all the reviews on Twitter lately, and I've been trying to also put them on Fan Forum and even on Tumblr. So, like the flash review I put on Tumblr, because I'm part of a West Allen Tumblr blog, and I can post the reviews on there. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you. So, until next time, carry on, my wayward son.